Okay, thank you, Winnie. That's a good question. Let's talk a little bit about that. Well, your son is 4 years old. And first of all, there is, it's important to understand that there's a great variation that is quite natural between little children in how ready they are to be outgoing and confident and playful and to feel safe to be away from their parents and explore. To some extent, that is just a necessary genetic variation which is what makes us diverse. There will always be some children that are much more extroverted who jump forward very, very early and want to talk to everybody, meet and greet everybody. And there's always going to be some children that are a little bit more internal. And I was one of them actually when I was little, and who keep their own counsel and take much longer to come out and talk. And they're more thoughtful and more sensitive. And there's every kind of variation in between. And we need this kind of diversity for a society to be healthy. We're like a sports team. We need all different kinds of abilities in the players. So some of this is likely to be quite normal, especially if you think of yourself and his father and his ancestors. If you notice that you tend to be a family of people that is a little bit more quietly spoken and that you're more thoughtful and internal in your natural manner of being, well, you can see that that's also true for your son. At 4 years of age, also, what's quite natural is that we make our entry into the world away from mum and dad in gradual bits. It's very, very rare for children to run very confidently out until they're picked up by their parents and to play and talk to everybody. Children walk away in little circles from the safety of their familiar adults. They walk away and come back. And they walk away and look over their shoulder to check if someone is still watching, and then they come back. And they go away for a bigger circle and they come back. This is called the circle of security. And then when we feel safe enough and confident enough from our experience, having been successful, then we go for a larger circle. We spend more time away before we come back. We always come back. And this is a very, very gradual process that takes place over time. This is how we move away from the close attachment phase, which we had for the first 2 years of life. Very necessary that be gradual at the natural pace of the child if the child is to feel emotionally secure and self-confident. The more that you allow your child to take his own time of how he moves away from you and from other adults to be with the other children and to be alone and then come back when he needs you, and to go away and come back when he needs you, you'll notice that it's very, very unlikely that he won't continue to grow in his confidence, in his social confidence, and in his confidence in himself. And now I want to add one last thing too. It is possible that if he's afraid to be with other children unless someone is watching him, as you said, and he's afraid to do things on his own, even when you know that he can do them well, like whatever that is, tying his shoelaces or drawing. He likes company. That means he's still in the company of a safe adult. He's still clinging. He still hasn't finished with his attachment needs. He's not feeling quite safe yet to really let go and to feel his own strength. So it's not that he's incapable, but he's needing to cling and hold on. So there's more of his attachment needs that are still coming through. There might be something that took place in his life. You might be aware of it or maybe not. It might have happened when you weren't looking, that really scared him, where inside he's still not feeling secure. He's always looking to see if there's a safe adult nearby. Maybe there are times when he felt very, very alone, or things that there was stress in his environment, things that happened that made him feel insecure too often. So he's still repairing that attachment break. He's trying to repair it. So what do we do with this in order to help your son to grow? The first thing that I want to remind you is that for him not to become even more insecure, his growth needs as much as possible to happen in gradual, small challenges that can become bigger and bigger and bigger over time. But at pretty much his own pace, not to push him. If you push him too hard with your anxiety that he's not growing fast enough, that will make him feel even more insecure, and then he's going to go backwards. So trust him, trust his pace. There is a good reason why he's still clinging on. He needs to do that for a little while longer. The body has its own wisdom. The best way to challenge a child to grow in self-confidence is to give little uncomfortable challenges that are not too big and terrifying. Just enough, a little bit of a challenge that when he completes that challenge, then a little more. So he can be playing alone with another little child for maybe 1 minute. And then if that goes okay, then next time go to 3 minutes. And once he conquers this new frontier, then go to 10 minutes, etc., etc. Then an hour, then 2, etc., etc. But it's very important that when he comes to you in fear for comforting, that you validate him. Don't tell him that he must grow up, that he should get over it, because that's what makes him even more insecure again. So welcome him when he runs to you for security and hold him. That provides the base. That provides the safe base. He needs to feel emotionally safe. That's the ingredient that makes us all ready to be autonomous and independent and self-confident. What is emotional safety? Being with people that listen to your emotions and don't tell you that you should not be feeling afraid, because that's shaming. So when he can come to you to hold him for a minute, help him feel safe when he's afraid, that's the very thing that puts good fuel in his tank. When he knows and trusts that he can do that with you and the other adults, that's when he will feel safe enough to explore the world, and he will want to do that. Guaranteed, he will really want to explore the world and feel how exciting it is to be with his own buddies of his own age to play new games. So, first of all, you provide the emotional validation, the holding, so that he feels emotionally safe. Second, provide little challenges that grow a little bit each time, and allow him to come back to you or to another safe adult for support when he needs to, and watch how he grows little by little, and he will find the confidence that he needs. Okay, thank you for your question.